Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Nothing Above the Movie podcast. I'm your host, Mike Johnson. I'm joined by my co-host, Cam.
Fatigue.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Fatigue?
Fatigue. You see me,
Yeah.
dog.
I'm talking about a fatigue sweatsuit on y'all ass.
Yeah.
Changing the game up.
Yeah,
Shit.
boy. We about to go to war on these mother. Yeah.
I ain't bring my fatigue, bro. My bad. I might get shot out here in these streets with no fatigue on, cuz. They gonna see me, man.
Yeah, bro. You gotta be careful, bro. You know, I mean, the streets been needing us. So, you know, I don't want to go to war with the streets because they've been begging for the podcast. So if the streets want the podcast, we don't bring it. We don't bring the podcast to the streets. The streets might bring that heat to us.
We don't need that heat, bro.
So that's why I'm war ready.
I see you, cuz.
Yeah.
I'm already this week.
Yeah. So what's been going on, bro? We've been off for a few weeks.
What's about 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
Maybe 3-4 weeks somewhere there. Took a little time off, man. We had to regroup, man, working on some new things, trying to expand the podcast, man, get some different guests in, working on taking phone calls, et cetera, et cetera. So it took us a little time to get everything together, but we're back, though. We're back in the building.
Yeah. Should I say Happy New Year to you, bro? When
we done a New Year podcast, bro. We had to, didn't we?
No.
So you tell me we done a podcast since Christmas?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Boy. So we've been off, 4 weeks now?
Yeah, it's
Close
been
to 3, 4. I don't know, 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's about 3 weeks, but yeah, I don't know when should you say happy. It's too late to say Happy New Year in January 31st, bro.
No, it ain't, cuz.
Come on, man.
Happy New Year, bro.
No. Once New Year's Day hit, that's the only day you can say Happy New. I get what people say it because they haven't seen you.
Yeah, I said the 15th, bro.
Yeah, the 15th.
Yeah, the 1st to the 15th, you still good, cuz.
So a little bit. Okay. Happy New Year lasts after Martin Luther King birthday.
Okay.
At the MLK birthday, you can keep you have to start with the Happy New Year.
Okay, so we missed it by a day.
We basically missed it by a day.
Damn, my bad, cuz.
Yeah.
Well, if I didn't tell you, man, happy belated New Year. How about that?
Okay, I take that one.
All right.
Yeah. Shout out to Martin Luther King Day yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Do Tallahassee have any festivals? With MLK Day? I know they used to have something in the past. I thought they did at least.
Probably so, man. I don't know anything about it, but I'm pretty sure it's something out there. It gotta be, man.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's MLK, man. I mean, this man, we talking about the ultimate trendsetter.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
You know, he basically paved the way for a lot of folks, including us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to have the basic right to even be in certain workspaces.
Exactly, man.
So,
I never seen a whites only water fountain, but I don't want to see one.
Nah, man, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, I can't even imagine. I know your mother was around that time, right? She grew up around that time?
Yeah,
Kind of, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was around that time too. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it was still the segregated South.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, that's crazy, man, to think about that. Whites only water fountain.
Whites only bathrooms, restaurants.
Yeah, man. I mean, people say, man, if I grew up back in that time, man, I'd just go in the bathroom. No, you wouldn't.
No, you
wouldn't. You wouldn't. To deal with those repercussions back then was a lot different in where your mindset is right now.
Exactly. You're
That's
right,
it.
man.
Yeah,
You're right.
You can't teleport your mindset. Well, you can teleport yourself, right? You can teleport yourself back there in those days, but
No,
you gonna feel that wrath.
Exactly.
Now, if you want to go to war, then go to war by all means. But back then, I don't know if you're gonna have a lot of people who war ready with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it depend. Well, let me take that back. You would, but it's so different now in the mindset of the way people think that it's almost impossible to even think about going back to something like that.
That's true.
You do that right now, you will have a war,
Yeah.
in internal civil war.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. You ever seen the Green Book?
I do want to see that movie, man. I heard about it. You know, basically the segregated South and how you had this book that basically laid out the towns.
Correct. Yeah, that's what the Green Book was. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to what you were saying earlier about the segregation. It's different places like hotels you can stay at, places you can eat at. Basically, it's the Green Book. I want to say it's the Negro's Guide to Traveling in the South. I think was the entire title of the book, but basically just laid out places you can stay at, eat at, et cetera, man, without being caught up in no BS, man. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
My mind just can't wrap myself around that. But when I think about it, MLK got killed 13 years before I was born.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was like a whole century ago. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm 38 years old. So I mean, people who are 51 and up, you know, I mean, they basically, you know, obviously my mom and you know, uncles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They experienced that.
Yeah, right in the mix, man.
Yeah.
Right in the mix, bro.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. So, man, we supposed to have a special guest on today, right?
Yeah, man. We gonna see. My dog real flaky. My dog real flaky. He good for not answering the phone, man. But we'll see what he do.
Yeah, he is flaky.
Yeah, he flaky.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, this man talk a lot of tough talk on the phone. You know, I mean, I hear this man saying, you know, I never was in these streets, and hold on, let's clarify things first.
Go ahead.
We never said we were street dudes. First off,
True.
have we ever mentioned us being street dudes / goons / goblins? You know, all these synonyms that you want to use to say that we're street dudes. Mm-hmm. Never said that. We said we are in these streets.
Exactly, cause not industry, but we in
these streets.
Exactly.
So, you know, I don't have to be a street dude to be in the streets. Which I'm not. I never claimed it. Do you claim to be a street dude?
No, bro. I'm far from a street dude, man.
I am a D-boy though.
You're a D-boy?
Yeah, see, but it's different.
Explain this to me, because I want to know. Now,
I am a D-boy.
Tallahassee, but a D-boy mean one thing.
Yeah, but I flipped it, though.
Okay.
I'm a degree boy. See? See, you know, you could use...
Okay.
You know, people try to use the N-word as a positive thing. I don't think you can ever do that. It's just what we try to consider in black culture to use it as a positive, but it's really not a positive in my opinion. However, I can say this, with D-boy, we know what D-boy means in Florida.
Exactly.
I just said, well, I am a D-boy, but I'm a degree boy.
Okay.
So I got my degrees.
I see you, cuz I don't have a degree, but I'm a real nigga, though.
Oh. Well, you trumped me then. I got nothing else to say.
Oh, man.
I got nothing else to say, man. So, I mean, being in these streets, man, you learn a lot of things. You know a lot of people. You know how to move in these areas that, you know, you're from. That's all it is, man.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
And, you know, somebody, you know, Geano, you know, hasn't been in Florida in a while.
Nah, he definitely not from Florida anymore.
So, sure. Okay, so, and secondly, if I did do a Geano call, as I call it. Mm-hmm. I went around his neighborhood, you know, around that old neighborhood. I said, hey, bro, you know Geano? He like, who that, dog? I said, you don't know Geano? Man, bro, I don't know no Geano. I know who you is. I said, okay. That's all that matters, bro.
Dang, cuz my daughter lost all his credibility, huh?
Bro, he not from Florida. He took his own badge away. He personally did that.
You're right, he did.
Yeah, he did that. I still, in my heart of hearts, I still consider him a Florida boy.
I don't.
What? Okay.
My dog, he done, bro. He done, dog. There's no coming back, no turning back, man. He done, bro. He done, man.
He no longer a Florida boy.
He done, bro.
He can no longer put that on his mantle.
No. No.
What is he then?
I don't even know where you live at, bro. To be honest with you, man. It's either Charlotte, Maryland, or D.C. One of them three, bro. I have no clue where you live at, dog.
Well, he spent most of his time, I mean, when I think about it, I mean, he's basically been out of the state of Florida, living in the different states, North Carolina. I think he's in D.C. now. That basically he's a transplant.
He's a transplant. About 15 years?
Yeah. He's been gone for a while, bro.
Garbage.
Yeah, he been gone for a while. So, you know, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, he flim-flamming right now, man, so we can't get it with him right now, but we'll bring him on soon to defend himself, man.
And that man's scared, bro.
Yeah, apparently, I think he is kind of running. I told you my dog flaky. I told you he flaky, but he said he gonna be on, man, so we'll see in a few minutes, man.
It happens. You remember when I told you the story? Stephen A. Smith said, man, I ain't gonna reveal this, but I seen a lot of NBA players who you believe are clutch.
Yeah.
And when it's that time, boy, I done seen them sweat, get nervous.
Yeah.
Try to bring him on the podcast, maybe he started thinking like, man, I'm not ready for the big time.
Don't having second thoughts, man.
Yeah, sometimes, bro, you just gotta let that shot go. Yep. Make a miss. You gonna miss every shot that you don't take.
That's true. Exactly, man. On to the next one.
Yeah,
that's
man.
what I always say.
Yeah. So, man, I do believe we got a few good topics today. Okay,
because we've been off for a minute, man. So we gotta bring the heat.
Now I I do want to start off with this is a topic that I added a little bit late, but I did want to talk about it.
Okay, well, what you got?
Delonte West, man.
Oh my goodness, man. He's been back and forth, man. I know at one point, man, when he first got out of the league, he had some kind of mental issues. I'm not quite sure what they are. I think they said it's like schizophrenia. I don't know, something.
Bipolar, all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get into the technical terms. I might be wrong, but he has some kind of mental disorder. So I know when he first left the league, he had some problems, for a couple of years. Then he got back on his feet because he said he had some trouble with retiring from the league. Of course, the money not coming in, etc. So once he got out of the league, it's kind of like, all right, he had his moments. Then he got back on the right path. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple of videos of him with his family. Man, he was healthy, happy, clean, looking good. Like, I finally came to terms with not being in the league anymore. I'm good to go, whatever. Then, what was it, about 2012, 13, somewhere?
12.
The videos came out again of Delonte West, out here begging for change on the side of the road. And it was kind of a whole bunch of mystery around it. People were like, is that really Delonte West, or whatever. So that kind of faded away. So now, 2020, we see Delonte West again, apparently getting beat up in the streets and getting handcuffed or something for some reason. But watching the video, I think that was Delonte West.
It's 100% Delonte West.
Man, if so, boy.
Yeah, it didn't look good. I mean, he was getting stomped on. My first thought was, what the heck are these people doing watching this man getting stomped on in the streets and nobody blowing the horn or even telling the man who was stomping on him to stop? Now, granted, I don't know what he did to the man, but it doesn't cause for all of that. And then secondly, I'm like, why is Delonte West in handcuffs?
I don't know, but to go back to your first statement, I probably did the same thing too. That ain't my business. If I'm on the streets right now, if it ain't one of y'all, that ain't my business, bro.
Dang, listen, I understand that completely, but I can't. It's just, man, like, bro, you already got him. He gone.
If it's two dudes that have no affiliation with whatsoever, I don't want no part of that, man. Because he might have something for you too.
Yeah, that's true. Because when the dude on amp, when he on 10, it's hard for you to bring yourself to level 10. You might be on 2.
Exactly.
So he already on 10. But man, I mean, like I said, I'm in the car blowing the horn, like, bro, you got to stop that, bro. You want these hands?
No.
Maybe. But you gotta stop. You gotta leave this man alone, man. Maybe you throw that maybe out.
No, bro. You give him a clean no. You don't want no part of that. Remember Ronaldo Ray on Friday? When Debo knocked him out, he said, you want some of this too? Oh, man. He said, nope. Get right in the car, bro. I don't want no part of that there, bro.
But it's not like I'm walking on Kimbo or Debo. Rest in power to Kimbo or Debo.
It don't matter,
Debo's still
bro.
living, by the way, obviously.
But like you said, though, man, it depends on what level he on. If you're already on 10, bro, it don't matter if he Debo or not. He got something for you, bro.
Yeah, he ready.
Now I got into some mess I ain't supposed to be involved with. Nah, I'm good, dog. I don't need it, man.
Yeah, it all, that brings me back to a situation years ago where this dude, I went to this party, and this dude who was hanging out with, you remember Cody, I won't say his last name.
Okay.
It was me, Cody, rest in power. Chris, his brother was murdered. I forget his last name. I know you're talking about it. Yeah, I forget his brother's first name at this point.
I think it was Andrew, wasn't it?
Andrew, yes. Yeah. Andrew, it was me, Cody, Andrew, Chris. I'm trying to think anybody else was with us. I think that was it. But Cody brought this dude he worked with, and for whatever reason, that dude he brought to the party who worked with Cody, he wanted to try some other dude at the party. And I said, all right, man. I mean, I don't know you. You Cody homeboy, but you ain't my homeboy. Man, let me tell you something.
He got whoop.
What? That dude, I seen him about a few years ago in the grocery store. Said what's up to him, but that man was putting them things on him. So I was like you said in that situation, that man on 10, both of them on 10, but one dude's getting them hands put on him. And I grabbed the dude. I said, bro, he said, and he looked at me and said, bro, he told me, he said, bro, I ain't got a problem with you. Mm-hmm. I said, man, I feel you. I said, this just my man's man. He said, bro, he said, your man tried me, which he did. I was fine with it. I just said, man, listen, we got to go. But I got a side story to tell you off. Yeah, I got a side story to tell you what happened later on. But that was years ago. Years ago. But when the man on 10, I intervened, but I didn't really want to.
I got you. See, that's different because you were with the group.
Right.
Like, let's say, for instance, that was me walking up to that party and seeing that fight. I'm walking right past that fight, bro.
Listen, I can't blame a person for doing that. I just believe, like, sometimes enough is enough.
I agree with you, bro, but like I said, it ain't my job to intervene in that, bro. Like you said, because you got to go back to what he said. You never know what he did. Delonte West could have did some foul stuff to that man and had all them hits coming.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So
I'm not saying I do it 100% of the time. Sometimes you're like, ooh, he getting them things put on him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
bro.
so let's get that clear. I ain't saying I'm going to be the ultimate patriot and always see somebody getting sliced up on the side of the road and say I'm going, because I don't know what happened in that situation. You got to be careful. You don't know.
Exactly, man.
So yeah,
just to close today, we about to get Geano on here in a few minutes. But to close our subject out, man, Delonte West, he needs some help.
He do.
There's a lot of people who need help. Like I said, I don't know how many chances he's had to get help. I don't know where his friends was. I know he had some friends, some hangers on, as they call it, when he had that money. Mm-hmm. So somebody got to be, one of your real friends got to be like, bro, let me help you, man. You know what I mean? You rock bottom. He was looking rock bottom, bro.
Missing teeth.
And it was incoherent. He was just talking, bro. I was like, what is he talking about, man?
Yeah, he was basically saying, I don't give a F. I think he was saying he was better than Donald Trump or something like that. I forget. I was hearing a whole bunch of words, bro, and everything was kind of mashed together.
2 words, man. Streets watching.
It's true, man.
Streets are always watching, bro.
Hopefully he gets the help. I believe that NBA Cares should reach out to Delonte West. If they really, I know the NBA Cares program is really for kids and trying to help the community. But how about you do something with mental health for former players?
That's true.
It shouldn't just be specific to like a certain area. NBA Cares, when you say you care, you care. You should care about your former players.
That's true, but then again, it's a weighted thing, man, because we're not quite sure. Like I said, we're not quite sure if he has been offered help.
It's true,
and he either screwed it up or refused help. So we're not gonna blame the NBA, but like I said, man, somebody he gotta have. If you got real friends, man, you know what I'm saying, who was there when you were broke, Delonte West, then those dudes should reach out to him. But let me stop, because they could have reached out to him already, and he could have been like, I don't need your help. Leave me the hell alone.
Yeah, that's the touch. See, that's the thing. People see the end game of it, but they don't see the in between and what's happening between the family, the friends, everybody to get him help. And he, like you say, if somebody already tried to reach out to him and try to help him, it's on him to do it. So he can be his worst enemy. Exactly. And we don't even know it. We just seen that somebody needs to help him, but could be somebody already tried to help him, but he's in a bad spot. Exactly. I know LBJ might not be the person.
Nah, LeBron got nothing to do with it.
Nah, the alleged incident that happened between LeBron, Delonte, and LeBron's mom, allegedly.
In that case, then Gloria James need to help.
Well, Gloria James ain't gonna reach out to him. I think if LeBron had that conversation, they said in that Boston series, they said LeBron had to be. They said he wasn't himself when he found out allegedly, what happened between Delonte and his mom. Yeah, they said LeBron, man. They said he was a whole different person in that Boston series, and it did look that way.
I wouldn't doubt it, man, but. We make fun of it, man, because we always joke about it, man. But mental health is a serious issue. We hope Delonte West gets some help.
Please.
But in the meantime, you got to fight back. You got to do something, bro. Let the man just thump y'all in your head, dog.
Yeah, but, man, he was getting whooped.
He was getting whooped, bro. He wasn't even trying to fight back.
Yeah. You would think Delonte West, what, 6'3"?
Probably, yeah, about 6'3", 6'4", I'm assuming.
The dude didn't look, menacing.
He had some jeans on, bro.
And you think he had some flip-flops too?
I think he had on boots, like cowboy boots. So like they were black, like boot-looking shoes. They may have been cowboy boots or something of that nature.
Yeah. Who you think got what worse? Delonte West or Flavor Flav? Flavor Flav.
He got whooped?
You remember when Flavor got whooped? In Vegas? Boy, Flavor Flav.
I got to watch that video, bro.
Yeah.
Flavor got whooped?
Boy.
Dang, dog. He got whooped worse than Delonte? What you think? I didn't see the other videos. What you think?
I believe Delonte got whooped worse, but Flavor got, Yeah, it was funnier. Don't believe the hype. 911 is a joke in your town. Get up, get down. Late 911 is don't get it twisted, bro. Sometimes it could. You can speak things into premonition that you didn't even know about. He needed 911.
That's true.
At that time.
That's true. You're 100% right, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no Flav got whooped like that. I gotta watch that, bro.
Flav got,
I ain't Flav trash.
I respect the Flav. He just had a baby too, not too long ago. 55. Too Short just had his first kid too.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Too Short was about the same age. About
yeah.
55? Man, boy, them boys doing it.
Yeah. I guess it ain't too late. I don't know who. Well, a woman 55 might not be the best thing in the world, but a man,
Yeah.
if you're not shooting blanks,
Didn't Janet have one at 50?
She did, but ain't too many women with Janet Jackson money.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we got a self-proclaimed expert on our next topic we're gonna talk about, man. I'm gonna let go ahead and get this dude on the line, man. But go ahead and set that next topic up, bro.
Okay. So, one thing I always been thinking about, man, is college really worth it in the grand scheme of things?
That's a good question.
Is going to college the ultimate goal for a high schooler once they in high school? If you're trying to make money, college might not be the ultimate goal in that moment, because you're going to be working maybe a part-time job, right, to pay a little bit of the bills, and maybe use some of your Pell Grant money, your scholarship money to pay for your living arrangements. But in that meantime, 4 or 5 years, depending on what type of major you're trying to get, you ain't gonna make a lot of money, and you're not gaining a lot of experience. You just getting a lot of knowledge based off on eventually hoping that you're gonna get a job in your field, but it's not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's trades out there now. It's been trades out there.
Trade game crazy now.
Yeah, trade game is crazy, and it teaches you in a lot of ways to be your own entrepreneur.
True.
So business can be done different ways. Like if you wanted to pick up a trade in carpentry, or if you want to pick up a trade in electrician work, or HVAC,
yep.
welding, or anything of those types of things that people need on a constant basis. Or you could do like barber school.
Yeah, barber school too. I know plenty of guys went to barber school.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of things. Mechanic school.
Exactly.
Something that is not super expensive, but something that you can do to pick up a trade and end up creating your own business. And then if you want to go back to college, you already got something to fall back on.
Exactly. A skill that you learned, mastered, you've been out, got some real world experience in versus book learning.
Exactly.
Yeah, I said book learning.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah, well, it's all good. Is he flaking now?
No, I'm gonna call him right now. I'm gonna give me a second here, man. But
yeah, it's I believe that somebody who went to college who call himself a degree boy, you would believe that I would champion going to college over picking up a trade.
Gino been in school as long as I known him, bro.
He's been in school for a long time.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get those certifications sold up.
We working through it, folks, man. It's our first call, so we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah. So
Gino, you on with us?
Yeah.
Sound like you sleep, bro.
Nah, man, I'm good.
Okay. Hey, man, if you're laying down, and jacking yourself off, bro, this might not be the time you should be on the podcast.
All right, cuz.
I'm just letting you know, bro. I mean, I'm all fine with people doing what they need to do. This is quote unquote a free country. So we was just talking about the topic, is college the ultimate goal for a high schooler? Should a high schooler go to college, once they in high school, or maybe should they pick up a trade? And what me and Mike was discussing is the basic principles of picking up a trade. Once you learn a skill, that means that you can eat forever. They always say you teach a man to fish, he'll eat forever.
True.
Right?
True.
So if you go to school and you're learning in the meantime, you're not making money, but you're picking up knowledge because you hope to eventually get into the field that you you're going to school for. But, most college kids are getting by. They're using their Pell Grants, they're using their scholarship money to pay for living arrangements. They maybe got a part-time job, or maybe their parents are helping them. Who knows? But in that meantime, you're not accumulating that wealth that you should be accumulating after high school, because the more you accumulate wealth in the time period that you should be, sets yourself up for early retirement possibly. You just don't know. So, but the end game is, getting your degree, getting a good job, but you might not start off at the pay that you believe you should start off. You done paid $60,000 to go to school, and you get a $40,000 job.
$60,000 is an understatement, bro.
It might be. But that's what I'm saying. What's the payoff? Especially if you in debt.
That's true.
So going to pick up a trade, it's relatively inexpensive. One, you pick up a trade in mechanics. You pick up a trade in carpentry, welding, any kind of side, HVAC as we was describing, anything, electrician work. Not only do you pick up a skill set, but you picked up a natural entrepreneurship in your field. Because people will reach out to you directly if you create a business. How many people don't start? How hard is it to take a lawnmower and go across? Well, it is hard. Let me hold on, because I was about to disrespect people cutting grass.
Don't do it.
Because remember I disrespected that guy about, was it roofing?
No, it was construction.
Construction.
You almost got whooped.
Yeah, he almost put that. Yeah, he almost did me like that guy did to Delonte West.
Yeah, you almost got whooped, bro.
Yeah, but I was a little bit younger though now.
Hey, isn't that the natural trend for Cam?
hey, I'm undefeated. Now I never said I never ran, but I'm undefeated. I'm 5-0 in these streets now.
Panama City.
Hey, everybody take a loss.
Oh, boy. Man, we can't talk about Panama City, man.
Oh, boy. Geano, wow. Hey, bro, I'm all here for that, boy. I love that smoke.
All right, Geano, man, what's your take, bro? I know you're a college man. You got a couple of degrees under your belt, man. You be doing some ongoing schooling and everything, man. So what's your take on the college versus trade school thing?
I mean, it depends, man. You gotta kind of straddle the fence for that answer, because it depends on like what the particular person wants to do. You know what I mean? Like, to Cam's point, I hear a slight echo, but to Cam's point, like, yeah, it's the cheaper route to go get a trade, and then, excuse me, you could pursue that entrepreneurial route too if you're thinking broader than just right then in the moment, which I think a lot of folks may fall short of, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then on the other hand, what if you don't want to do none of that? You know what I'm saying? What if you don't want to do like HVAC or mechanic? So then what's your other alternative? You got college, right? And then you get to, at least with college, you get to test out a few things. Mm-hmm. Like, you get to see, what's of interest to me. I may choose mechanical engineering this semester, but then I want to go do computer science the next semester. You know what I'm saying? And you may get that choice at trade school. I don't have that visibility in there. Mm-hmm. But I'd say it really boils down to what you want to do. Like, if you know you want to be like the top HVAC dude in the city, then yeah, you go do that trade, because you're gonna get out faster and start making money.
So okay. So what you think? What's your take on the financial implications? Let's say, like Cam was saying, you spend $100,000 on college.
Oh yeah.
And then you get out and you in debt and you don't get the job you actually want. Like, what do you? How do you feel about that?
The financial implications are serious. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, if you think about it too, like I was thinking through it. Like, yeah, you get out in the job market faster, right? If you got two people that just graduated, one go to trade, one go the normal route, 4-year institution and whatnot. Yeah, you hit the job market faster with a trade, but then I kind of see it like shaking out when, all right, I done put in this extra time at a 4-year institution, and now I came out, I'm making significantly more, perhaps, right? Mm-hmm. So hopefully that offsets the debt, because, yeah, not everybody getting grants and scholarships, so you got to deal with loans.
Correct.
And them loans can be a beast.
Yeah.
And them damn, who is it? The loan consolidators, man, they be preying on kids. That's off the topic. Actually, that's on the topic, man.
Yeah.
They tell you this whole consolidation shit, and then like they bundle it up, and then like just tell you all kinds of stuff, and then wrap you around this whole consolidated package, and now you're paying a higher interest rate on loans you could have paid off a long time ago.
Yeah, they get you like that. But
So that's the other part you got to be smart about.
Okay, but let me ask you this question. So if somebody was in college and they decided, I'm not going to pick up the trade, I'm going to just go through college. Do you think it's more beneficial for that person to eventually get their PhD, their master's, and take that college experience for another 2 to maybe a possible 4 years to maximize their growth once they get done with college? They're, basically once they get done with college, they can go into the master's or their PhD program to eventually get the job that they want. But then again, that goes back to, some people want experience. But do you believe it's better to go that entire route instead of just waiting a few years and getting work experience? Or do you believe that you should go straight through college, get your master's or PhD?
You mean go through one time?
Yes, straight through.
Hot from bachelor's to master's to PhD?
Well, basically just take school from your 4-year degree and then go into your master's program or your PhD. Instead of taking your 4-year degree, getting experience, then working, and then going back to get your master's or PhD. Do you think it's beneficial just to go all the way through?
No.
Okay.
Because you still don't know. You don't know anything versus just what you got in your educational setting. You don't know the real world. So, in my experience, a lot of times folks will come out with their masters and everything. And in this real world, it's like you dumb as rocks. It's like you went through all that schooling, but all you know is that educational setting. You don't know what it's really like in the real world. You don't know, like, all right, in this meeting, judge the tone of what's going on, and then you make a decision from there whether or not to share this information or you reframe this situation in a certain light. And then you get these kids that come out with these masters. Yeah, they got a master's, but they still can't deliver what's needed.
Okay.
So I would say you definitely got to get that work experience, because then when you go back, it actually makes school easier for you, because now you understand what the real world's like.
Okay. So you personally, I know you got a couple of different degrees, a couple of different certifications, etc. Out of your degrees and certifications, what do you think has helped you the most in the real world?
What's helped me the most in the real world?
Yep.
Work and experience.
So the degrees you get you learning, but the actual experience is what helped you the most.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And then the other thing too, you got to make sure you go to a school that's going to give you a good foundational knowledge. So for myself, I know in my undergrad degree, our program wasn't set up to give us how do I say it? Our program was behind the neighboring school across the street from us, right? So we were literally told our computer science program and degree, what we're doing in our junior year, the school across the street was doing in their freshman, sophomore year, right?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So
do we need to mention the school?
Dude, we don't need to mention the school.
We ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
We ain't gonna do that.
But we don't need to mention them. But we were actually told that, right? And that's cool. But then when you get out into that working world, I remember my first experience. I jumped in, got my job started, and dude was like, "Yeah, set up a real simple ask." Now looking back, but then he was like, "Set up a wiki." What the hell is a wiki? What is a wiki? He was like, "I need you to go set up a wiki." It's like, I don't. All right, what's a wiki? You don't know what a wiki is? Hey, John, come here. This guy doesn't know what a wiki is. Hey.
This actually happened?
This actually happened. This is real life.
God,
they didn't do it maliciously, when he said hey, Josh, come here. But the whole scenario was that was common knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That was very basic. And so, he was like, call somebody else, hey, he doesn't know what a wiki is, teasing and razzing me and whatnot.
Right.
And then I had to take it upon myself to go and do the homework to figure out what it was, right? So my first year out of college was damn near like being in college. I was doing homework on the job. So that I just say that to say, like, kids got to find schools that are going to give them that adequate education versus where you could just go and be on the scene. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that outweighs. But damn, I forgot what the question was. Either way, a wiki
trash
ain't nothing but a collaborative SharePoint site. All right, Black, I got you.
Let me
it ain't nothing but a collaborative site, man, where everybody you set up a page where everybody can access it and work on. But I mean, I just kept going and doing my masters or whatnot, I'd have got out there with a master's and still ain't know what a damn wiki was.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you put yourself on the right path, man. Now you at Georgetown. You about to finish that program, aren't you?
May 2020.
Man, good stuff, man. That's some good stuff right there, man.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah.
You still can't guard me on that court, man, but congratulations.
Hey, cuz whenever you ready, man. I'm back in that gym.
This ain't the problem you want, bro.
So what's your what's your advice to the younger generation and their aspirations of maybe choosing between college or picking up a trade, or even maybe just saying, I just want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to open up a vegan cookie shop. Who knows? What would be your advice to the younger generation?
That's a good question, man. I'm all for the entrepreneurship, man. Like, college is not the end all be all. It was a good path for me, but again, it goes back to what that particular individual's like want is. You know what I mean? If they looking to pursue that entrepreneurial route, you don't have to go to college for that shit. You can YouTube damn near everything you need to know.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Hell yeah.
To make it happen, especially if you're doing an entrepreneurial track.
Do you know of any? And I know this is key because people would definitely go on YouTube, but it takes more, obviously, to set up a business and all that good stuff. Because I know that you had to do that in your Georgetown program, and I know it's more difficult than what meets the eye. But in your experience of doing that, in the hard work it takes, do you believe that is for everybody? Do you believe everybody can have that innate ability to be an entrepreneur?
I think so, man. It's all about like a need, right? Like, if you can feel a need, you basically created your own wealth right there, right?
Right.
Like, you feel that need, and then people want it. Damn, that echo killing.
Hey, don't worry about that, man. You just worry about talking. Just answer these questions, bro.
Hey, that's Cam Nasty ass laptop.
I don't have a laptop in front of me, bro.
Turn that Dell off, man. Golly.
Come on, man. We about to start. I'm trying to get your honest opinion. Now, if we want to change this to the Rickards reunion, we can do that.
Anyone can be an entrepreneur, man.
Okay.
Like, just all the stuff, period. I mean, I think anyone can be. It's just about like that self-will, right? To push yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you can set up an LLC for $150 in certain places, or $250 at the most, right? Mm-hmm. Business setup already established. Mm-hmm. Well, what it's really about is like, or what I've come to learn and see is like, understanding the vision of your product, understanding the market, like, who is the person that actually needs this, right?
Right.
Like, not just having the idea, but what need are you addressing? And then if you can address that need, then you're good to go. You got a business. And then, like I said, you can learn everything else. All you need to do is understand, like, your finances.
That's probably the most trickiest part, because a lot of people tend to get
finance guy.
Yeah, but I mean, being a finance guy doesn't mean that everybody else is. Some people could be pragmatic and know how to run, how to operate a business, but don't know the finance side of it. So you got to have somebody you can trust in that situation too. So I mean, it's all about.
Very true.
So you gotta plan. You gotta map that stuff out perfectly in the business, especially when you're betting on yourself. The best entrepreneurs I have witnessed from my own eyes is rest in power. My fallen compadre Ona Mayedacor and
Oda,
and then my sister. I mean, they found a need, and you know they're doing well. Was doing very well with his business, and then my sister currently is doing very well with her business, right. And she found a need, and she never really wanted to work for anybody anyway. So I mean, in that sense, I mean, if you have that mindset, like, man, I want to bet on myself. I don't need nobody else. You already got the entrepreneur spirit.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that's where it goes back to, should you do college or whatever, right?
Right.
Like, what's your mindset?
Right. Yeah. So we need to get to this coonery, bro. Cause we've been man. I appreciate you being very candid about the information about entrepreneurship and your background. But man,
I'm trying to pursue entrepreneurship myself, man. I'm still working on it.
What you trying to get into?
Hey, I'm trying to. You mean like my current business?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's a mobile app, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to secure it. Really, right now, what I've been doing is just wasting time, bro. To be completely honest.
We all do it.
Oh, yeah.
We all do it, bro.
Like,
tell
right
me
now,
about
I'm at the stage where I need a developer. And also a part of that comes from, you gotta, just talking to some entrepreneurs I've seen just kind of flourish as well. It's like, share your idea. A lot of times we get caught up in, man, if I share this idea, somebody with more resources and the ability to do so is going to take it and run with it.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to lie, I've suffered from that. That's what has kept me back from pushing it through. But now I'm at the point where I need a developer and I need to circle back to that and get it done.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories about that too, man. That's why people usually leery of sharing their ideas, man, because there has been a lot of situations where people have certain ideas or certain things they want to come out with, and somebody else gets it, like you said, with more resources and more capabilities, and they take it to a different level, and then you stuck in the dirt, and you have no kind of way of claiming that it was actually your idea. So,
yeah, man. But everybody say just share it. You know what I mean? The more people you talk to, which is I see that as well, right? Kind of going through this program, that was one of the driving factors in signing up for this Georgetown program, was that entrepreneurial aspect. But the more people you share with, you do start to get more ideas. And then you start to like not only get more ideas, but you start to get more fuel for yourself. You start to ignite that fire some more. Like, shit, okay, they see the vision. And then if you can articulate your vision, that's even better, because then that means people get it. If people get it, then you can find your market of the people that's going to get it.
That's true. All you need is one person to believe in you, man.
Yeah, man. You gonna have a party, bro, when you graduate?
Man, I might, dog.
You might. Come on, man.
So
you definitely not having it in Florida. I know the streets gonna check you. They gonna come to me, like, who this? I'm like, bro, he good.
It's gonna be up here, man. Y'all boys need to come through.
Hey, bro, if
you talking about coming through, let's make something happen, man. I know you don't travel. You ain't got no passport. Hold on, dog. I know Black will make it, but if it's outside of the boundaries of Florida and Georgia, somebody tank on you.
Now hold on. We got to talk about trips. Now let's talk about the last 3 trips you taken. Let's go.
Somebody ain't never touched the airplane.
Why do I need to touch the airplane? I'm flying PJ. I'm flying PJ's, homeboy. What you fly? You commercial? I did that.
Oh, boy, it's crazy,
tell me when they bring you that sparkling water. I don't. Yeah, this is what I do.
Man, you ain't never seen a PJ fly over your house.
Oh man, bro, if you have that party, man, I promise you, I'll be there. I don't even promise. I don't even make promises like that.
Black, I'll see you there, man.
Hey, let me know, bro.
Yeah, I promise you I'll be there. Come on, dog. DC, my city.
Oh man, here we go.
Ken response. I'm about 69.3% self, man.
You know what, bro? I haven't literally said that since the college days. When I said that, you know I wasn't coming. Yeah. If I gave you percentages, you through.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you through dealing. You might well cancel that.
Trash, man.
Hey, cuz don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm glad, bro. But all seriousness, bro, I'm glad you're doing good. You know, you out there making them moves, man. And that's all that matters, bro. And you know, finally I probably get to meet Christian too.
Yeah, man. He here. He running around.
Well, I'm sorry. I take that back. I did meet Christian. That was a while ago. You know, so but you know, I overall, man, you know, keep doing what you do, bro. You know, I mean, your passport will always be down here. You know, you just got to get it stamped by me.
Yeah,
that's it. I mean, you other than that, bro, you good. I mean, somebody said you're not a Florida boy no more. I still think you have the inherent rights of being a Florida boy. But you might not be a Florida boy at heart anymore, and it's all right, bro.
I got you, cuz. Hey, last time I was told I couldn't come back home. You know what I heard that?
Where?
When I was back home.
When I was back home.
Yes, sir.
Well, come back home. Then I got that chrome.
Oh, yo. Hey, Mike, you seen that picture of Kel holding that?
No, I ain't seen it yet, bro.
I see that picture.
I gotta see it. I know it look awkward, bro. I can't wait to see it, man.
Oh, he wasn't even holding the handle. He was holding the barrel.
It was an AR. It was Travis AR.
You was holding the barrel, cuz the hot part?
Man, Travis, let me tell you the story about this, man. Travis had
he had an AR propped up on his shoulder like a rocket launcher.
Man, this how basically it went.
RPG shooting ass.
Travis told me not to put my finger on the triggers. I just grabbed it, just playing with the gun, man. That's all I was doing, man.
Were you holding the barrel, bro?
Well, holding the barrel. Yeah, I was holding the barrel.
Come on, Cam,
bro. I was just playing with the gun. I was literally just posing with it, just playing around with it. Like I was, bro.
You can't hold a barrel, bro.
I'm just playing around with it. I literally just got the gun, just picked it up like a toy.
That's unnatural, bro.
It is.
That's unnatural, man.
But man, this is what I do. I went shooting this weekend.
Very unnatural, dog.
Yeah. But
you can see it in his face in the picture.
But now I'm in these streets, man. That gun at home now. That 9 sleep was right beside me every night.
Yes, sir.
So just in case you want to wake me up, you gonna get some Folgers in your cup. So talk to me. Yeah.
Hey, Black, check your phone.
Yeah, man. Oh boy.
RPG with a strap on.
Oh man, I just saw the picture. Just for the audience, I just saw the picture, and it's terrible, bro.
Hey man,
he definitely holding the barrel. The hot part, you never hold a barrel of a gun. He got one hand on the clip and one hand on the barrel, bro. He not even holding it.
Oh man!
Hey man!
I think Bird wanted to use that as his screensaver.
Oh man! Just for the record, y'all. This is going when we post the next podcast episode. This is going to be on the page. We gotta get this out there. This gotta be out there, man. Oh my god, bro! Oh my goodness, man! Oh my god!
He looking parallel to the site. He looking to the
man. Site. He can't even look in the sight on this picture, bro. He got his hand on the clip.
Man,
he got one hand on the clip, one hand on the barrel, and he got a shoulder strap on.
Man, how many times I just picked up the gun playing with it? I literally just grabbed it, just playing around with it.
The streets got to see this, bro.
I'm show
the streets.
You gotta question Travis' loyalty to you. He took this picture, I'm assuming, and he didn't correct you.
Come on, man.
You gotta circle back.
Boy. Come on, man.
That's a question.
Oh,
come on,
man.
They ain't got nothing to do with Travis.
Am I lying?
Nah, that look wild, bro.
But ain't got nothing to do with Travis, bro. I decided to do that.
That picture look mad wild, bro. That's a bad look for you.
So Travis ain't correct you in that picture.
Of course he said, man, you tripping. He said, why? Of course he said so.
Oh man, the face too, bro.
This classic me, man. This is what I do.
Oh man. All right, man. We gotta move on to some different topics, man. You wanna hang around, Geano, man? Are you good, bro? It's up to you, man.
I got a few more minutes, man.
All right, man. Ken, what we got next, bro?
Okay. So let's talk about why we got him on his phone. This is a perfect topic. The Rickards High School reunion.
First of all, are you coming or not?
Man, I don't know.
I thought you'd be the first person in line to come.
Huh?
Yeah.
You read them instructions? First of all, the reunion shit always come out the blue out of nowhere.
That's true.
It's like a surprise.
10 years. We had 10 years of plan for it, bro. And it's a surprise to everybody, man.
10 years and you get a gala?
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to do a cruise at first.
But they started talking about it, 6 months ago? We went to Rickards, but you gotta give people like 2 years for a cruise, man. You know what I mean? So it's been
real, man.
10 years, and we're essentially doing the same thing we did 10 years ago.
Well, the how many people gonna go cruising?
I was down.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I mean, if you prepared, if you planned it right.
Yeah, I mean,
give people a good heads up.
Yeah, but I mean, what's wrong with the gala, bro?
I'm a show up and show out. I'm not quite sure yet.
I'm assuming it's at the Prince Marat. So there's nothing.
Hey, that's what I was thinking. Either Prince Marat or Golden Corral. One or the other.
Oh my God, dog! If it's like Golden Corral, I ain't even nowhere near that bit, bro.
Hey, dog, that mac and cheese and mashed potatoes be hidden.
I
ain't had it in years, but that's all I remember.
It's probably the best thing for you, man. I went to Golden Corral twice in my life, and both times it was terrible.
That's the only buffet I would eat.
Golden Corral?
That's it.
Really?
Yeah. Everything else, I'm not touching, bro.
You appreciate a good Chinese buffet?
Yeah, man, nah.
There ain't no such thing as a good Chinese buffet.
What?
Anymore,
I can't do it.
Let's find out what y'all problem is, man. Both of y'all.
I can't do
it. Where have you found a good Chinese buffet?
Depends on where you
go,
man.
That you can discern it is really chicken.
Don't eat Chinese.
Oh.
Don't eat Chinese chicken, bro. Strike one.
Oh, dang, both
Strike
of y'all,
one, bro. Strike one. Y'all Chinese chicken, man.
Y'all disrespecting the Chinese culture by eating Chinese chicken.
What's wrong with Chinese chicken?
What's wrong with Chinese chicken?
Do you eat Chinese chicken?
I just asked what's wrong with it. So,
do you eat it, bro?
Are we in China or are we in America?
America.
I have 8 Chinese chicken.
Do you eat it? I've ate bologna. I don't eat bologna anymore.
I haven't ate Chinese chicken in a while.
Okay.
Because I don't really eat Chinese food like that. I mean, I do like the rice and all the basic stuff like.
I go to beef and broccoli.
Yeah, but stuff like that. But
Come on, man, that's basic. Beef and broccoli.
Yeah, but I eat the basic stuff. I don't get too wild.
Dog, you can't be experimenting with your Chinese food, dog.
Why not?
You definitely can't do that.
Nah, man, it's no, bro.
What you think you're eating? Explain to me what's Chinese chicken.
I like beef and broccoli. Chinese chicken, I don't know what it is, bro. It don't taste like chicken.
It's supposed to be chicken.
It don't look like.
It don't taste like chicken.
If it don't look like chicken, man, can't deal with it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying what it may be. I'm just letting you know I don't like the way it tastes.
I think both of y'all are out here, throwing out some wild accusations.
Do you eat Chinese chicken?
Do I?
If you don't, tell me why you don't eat Chinese chicken.
First off, I told you I ate Chinese chicken before.
Okay, so when last time you had Chinese chicken?
It's been a while.
Why you stopped eating it?
Well, I done changed my diet completely to begin with anyway.
Man, you still vegan?
No. First off, I'm a conscious eater, bro. I'm not a vegan. And secondly,
all I think about, man, you can't live with a whole vegetarian calzone. Everybody's eating pizza.
And what's wrong with that, my brother? Is it me or is it a conspiracy? So what's wrong?
Calzone was dry as shit.
It was hitting. It was hitting. Believe me, that calzone was hitting. That calzone was hitting, bro. That dull ass knife you gave us. Matter of fact, I still got that knife. Shout out to you, bro.
Oh boy,
hey, my knife was sharp.
Hey, my knife's still sharp too.
Man, so back to you, Cam. Are you going to? I'm going. I'm gonna show my face down there.
Yeah.
I know they want to see me, so
yeah, I'm gonna pull one of the Martin High School
June,
reunion
right?
type joints.
What is June? I think 24th or something like that. Somewhere late
June 26th to 28th. June 26th is my birthday.
Oh, okay.
So
Dang,
birthday weekend.
My dog's right on point.
Yeah.
Okay, 26th to 28th.
Yeah, I thought about.
So Cam gonna definitely be out.
Yeah. Well, what you mean? I thought about taking a trip to Africa. Talk to me now.
Hey, I'm going to Africa in the March, man.
Oh, what you? Oh, for real? Dang, I was just.
Yeah, I got a passport.
Oh, yeah. So how many stamps do you got on?
You heard him change up.
How many stamps do you got on your passport, bro?
Hey,
If you ain't got more than 5 stamps on your passport, then why you got it?
come on, Cam. My passport got more than 5.
Okay. Is it company trips? Or is it out your pocket? Now let's talk. Cause if it's company, it's 50%. You feel me? You get per diem. You get per diem on your trip. Per diem doesn't count.
Hey, don't hate on
Hey, bro, hey, trust me, I love them company trips. They count.
Hey, never wrong with the company.
Yeah,
trip,
right. Hey, bro, shout out to you. Your company sent. You went to what's the place? The Maldives, or what they call it, Maldives?
Maldives.
Yeah, the Maldives. Bro, I said
that was on me, cuz.
Respect. Man, I want to go to the Maldives so bad.
Hold on, cuz. Is it nice? Is it nice as it looks?
Oh yeah. It's definitely nice as it look, but it's expensive-ish.
Yeah, bro. I can imagine, bro. I can imagine.
It's ridiculous, like how expensive it is, man.
True.
I was glad I was only there for 2 days, to be honest with you.
Dang.
I mean, I was ready to get back home, but I was like, come on, man, this is ridiculous.
Give us a example of, something that was super expensive that you expected to be cheap.
Yeah, I hit the buffet at the Western, man, with $85.
God, dog. Hold on, 85 per person, 85 for you and 85 was with you, right?
85 per.
Oh my God.
Goodness.
Yeah, dog. I feel you on that. Bro.
Oh man, because the Maldives is split out into like several different islands, right? It's like a whole bunch of islands, right?
Yeah, they call them atolls. And it's like a whole stretch of different atolls. So you got Maldives, like the main island that you like fly into and like people live on and work and all that stuff. And then like everything you see the pictures about is all the different atolls. And atolls is just like a collection of different islands. And then on those islands, they got like resorts. So you got the Westin on one, the W, you got like different private ones. You got private houses.
How was that food, cuz? For $85, was that food good?
Man, it was alright, man. It wasn't worth it. I put it like that.
$85 got to be spectacular, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Nah, man, it was just like a barbecue they had on the beach or whatnot.
I know it wasn't good,
Nah, it wasn't all that.
Yeah, beach barbecue never good, bro.
It wasn't worth 85.
Man, well, you went to.
But yeah, man, them kind of prices.
I'm good on that, bro.
Well, we definitely ain't having a high school reunion at the Maldives. we can't have a high school reunion.
Definitely check it out, though, man.
Yeah, one of these days, cuz I gotta get my paper straight.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to get away, all the way away, that's what you do.
How long does it take to get there?
It takes some time, man. I went over there. I left from India.
Okay.
To get there. So since I was already in India, then I was like, well, let's hit down there. Like some classmates was already going. So about 6 of us all went to the Maldives, but we were all on different atolls, and we didn't have a clue like to get to the next island or whatnot would literally take like 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending on if you go via speedboat or seaplane.
Jeez,
damn, cuz.
Great goodness.
Streets watching,
so
bro.
You isolated. When you on that island, you on that island.
Oh my goodness.
Another reason I was ready to get back. Like, I don't know about all this.
Yeah, boy, out there by yourself, dog. Gotta watch your back, man.
Yeah, different than the Virgin Islands.
Man on the island.
Sheesh. Get back to this Rickards reunion. Who you want to see at the reunion, GT?
All right, cuz I holla at
you. Hey, bro, you might want to see one of your homeboys that you haven't seen in a long time.
I know all my homeboys, cuz. Ain't nobody else I need to see.
Oh, okay. I'm just throwing it out there, dog. I mean, I tell you this, I don't think it's gonna be a lot of flogging out there, which I assume not.
Come on, bro.
You think it's gonna be flogging out there?
It's gonna be some flogging, but some cats hurting, bro. Some cats hurting, but they want to go up that person they not hurting. Trust me, bro.
So you think somebody gonna come out there with one of them $200, $300 haircuts where their head went bald?
Hair system, yes.
You think no, bro?
Gino, what you think, bro?
Ain't gonna be nobody that doing that.
Somebody gonna have a hair system at the reunion, bro.
A hair system?
Yeah, dog. One of these dudes gonna have a hair system at the reunion. It's gonna be a hair system or a bunch of Beijing.
Dang.
Come on, cuz.
I can probably see I can see the Beijing.
Okay.
I can see the Beijing.
Somebody gonna have that gene, dog.
Who gonna have that gene on? Let's throw names out there. Who gonna have that gene?
I don't know on that one, bro. Somebody gonna have that gene, though.
I got an idea.
Who?
The street. I got an idea. Nah, not you, bro. You good? You clean now. Hey, bro. I can never disrespect the edge game. Your edge game been crispy since I give it since '97.
Okay.
Yeah, I said '97. That bit was crispy now. I give you that. I got the dud game, and I keep it dud. So, but I expect the Rickards reunion to be fairly quaint. I feel like a lot of people they're obviously not gonna look the same. And I expect that to more be on the female side of the game. So, so prepare yourself.
I don't think that many people. Do you think that many people is gonna show up? That's the other component to it, right? Like people will go. I'd go. Is anybody gonna be there?
That's the same thing I'm thinking too, bro. I'm thinking
the class gonna be there.
Yeah, I think a lot of it too has to do with the word, man. People got to get the word out, if they really want people to come to it, man. I mean,
are we inviting white folks to this reunion?
Everybody, bro.
Whoever went to Rickards and graduated in 2000.
When the last time I went to the Rickards reunion, I only seen 2 white folks out there.
How many white folks were in that graduating class? 15?
Man, we had a lot more than 15.
Come on, Cam.
Bruh, come on, man.
30?
At least 50. Close to maybe 60. Bro, you come on, man.
Nah, bro.
So I ain't count. So we can't count IB.
Yeah, we can count IB.
Okay, then I'm just okay.
There's black girls in IB.
It was white folks in IB too.
50, bro.
50. Barely. Least. I say, you know what? I'm gonna even get ridiculous and say a cool 60.
Nah, bro.
But by the way, our high school graduation was, boy, we was hurting. It was like 3 chairs. Me sitting here and then three chairs.
I didn't notice that in my area. My area was full.
Man.
I thought we had a good turnout.
My graduation.
Dang.
I thought we had a good turnout. At least I thought we did. I don't know.
Yeah, man. We started off with 500 folks, bro. Close to, actually 300 and some odd change.
What we ended up with? Remember?
Shoot, about like 100.
Come on. And 60 of them was white?
Yeah. So half the graduation class was white.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. It wasn't even that many NIB, man.
No, we probably had.
Your facts be questionable, cuz.
Hey, we don't check facts on the podcast. We just throw them out there.
Clearly, I know.
Oh shoot, man! Man, if enough people come, bro, I think it'll be a good turnout. I'm just interested to see.
Answer the question though. The question was, do you think it's gonna be a good turnout?
No.
You don't think so? What's your guess? If you had to pick your over under, what'd you say?
Over 70, under 40.
Wow. How many we had the first time?
You think it's gonna be that much? Nah. The last time I think we only had like 30.
Man, this 20 years, bro. People come for that.
Okay.
He got a point. Now that I think about it, it wasn't about 30 people with that first one.
Yeah, how many people came to the they had a little thing at the hotel, right?
That also included like friends and family too, though. That wasn't just all Rickard.
Yeah,
it's true.
We had fun though.
Yeah,
it was fun. Yeah, we had fun.
Yeah, but
I'll do it again. I'll beat up, man.
I know you coming, bro. You can't resist this. You can't resist this. We got your passport ready. Shout out to my dog Jacoby Moore, because Jacoby Moore and GT used to have some good battles back in the day. Yeah,
that's my dog Jacoby, man.
And shout out to my dog Sumter.
He's still around Tallahassee?
Nah, Jacoby stay in the Midwest from what I heard. His dad told Travis told me and Travis that. I think he stayed somewhere in Kansas or something, bro.
Yeah, I know he moved. He was here. Okay. He was here for a while. He moved. Yeah. It was within the last 5 years. He moved.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jacoby.
COVID.
Yeah.
He still to say. He heard. The streets told him that I was speaking about him. Then he started rubbing his hands. He said, "Oh, I heard you. I heard you was out there speaking about me." Yeah. So, but hey, bro, I think overall, man, it's good to see people do good. I hope that we don't hear no bad news. You know, obviously, we had some bad news on our side, but I think most people know about that situation by now. But I can't think of anything lately that somebody has told me about anybody passing away. You know, from our graduating class, besides what we already knew about, you know, so. Yeah. So, let's get off this Rickards reunion, bro, because I don't think, Geano, if you going to bring Avon if you come?
Come on, cuz. I don't know.
We'll talk about that later, man.
I'm pretty sure she want to come, man.
We'll talk about that later, bro.
I'm bringing Shauna?
Yeah, I'm bringing Shauna. She coming.
We need to have a deep discussion about that, fella.
Cam ain't doing amazing. Hey, Cam, you get some more vegan calzones from the buffet? Oh no!
Oh man. Okay, so let's get to a more interesting topic, bro. And I think this is one that you've been waiting for a long time, Mike. So I'm gonna let you lead this one off. You love Zion Williams, bro.
Yeah, he nice with it, bro.
Okay, he's coming back Wednesday.
Yes.
So what is your thoughts about Zion and let Geano go, because I don't know, Geano, do you watch basketball anymore?
Man, I haven't had time to watch anything, man.
Trash,
I haven't watched Zion play.
Trash. Where you been at, bro? You been on the rock,
You look
man.
trash though.
What?
There go the hate.
I think
There it go, bro. It always come from somewhere, dog. Everybody says Zion look trash, bro.
Last headline I saw, I think somebody said Zion ain't gonna make it as an all-star or some shit. I can't remember.
He been hurt.
But nah.
He been hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, he just coming back. He been hurt.
Now.
He been hurt the whole season, so he's just not getting back in the game. He been out. What is it? 44 games.
Yeah,
about 44 games. He been out, man. So he had to have meniscus surgery on his knee, man. So they've been kind of keeping it conservative with him. But apparently tomorrow he's coming back. There's supposed to be no minute restrictions. He's gonna get about 25.
Yeah, he get 25 minutes.
They're playing against the Spurs. I'm talking about 25 points.
Oh, you
playing against the Spurs. You're gonna have 25 points, about 7 rebounds, and 4 or 5 assists.
16 points, 5 rebounds, no assists.
You don't think you're gonna have 20? Who gonna guard him on the Spurs?
Don't matter. I think he's still gonna be tentative, man.
You put DeRozan on him?
Doesn't matter. He gonna be tentative. He gonna
for what? He been full contact for like 3 or 4 weeks now.
25 minutes, bro. 16 points.
There's
That's pretty
no minute
good.
restriction. He's starting. There's no minute restriction.
They gonna restrict him to 25 minutes and 16 points.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
25 points, 7-8 rebounds, about 3 or 4 assists.
You putting too much stock in Zion, but I respect in his first game. I think he's gonna be a great player if he stays healthy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So do you believe that he got a chance to be the rookie of the year?
No, John Morant got that, bro. That's a running way.
Okay. All right.
John Morant got that, man. He had
John Morant, nice.
What's the guy that played for the Heat? Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn was kind of neck and neck with him, man. Rui kind of started off neck and neck with him, but John Morant done pulled away, bro. 100% John Morant. 100%, man. He too nice, dog. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, dog. He nicer than Zion. Zion more athletic. He nice skill wise. He nicer than Zion.
Yeah.
I think he might be. Matter of fact, he may be more athletic than Zion. You gotta think Zion's 6'6". John Morant listed at 6'3". And I don't need he probably more closer to 6'2", 6'1".
We'll see. It's out of sight, out of mind for you right now. That's all it is. You haven't seen Zion hoop, so it's easy to lose sight of who Zion is at this moment.
I know what he is.
It's easy, bro. It's easy to kick a man when he's down, but when he up, I don't want to hear you say.
No.
Okay.
First of all, I no hate on Zion whatsoever. I love both players, bro. I got to be realistic here, man. I think John Morant is a better player than Zion. Zion is bigger. He got more physical gifts, but all right. All right.
If Zion, if he develops a true jump shot, game set match.
John Morant can shoot.
If he develops a true jump shot,
So you got to wait for him to get. Come on, bro.
Hey,
John
bro.
Morant already there.
it doesn't matter. I like the development of a player because they always looking to get better. You never Zion. I think John Morant has maxed out.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
I ain't been watching ball, dog. But I've seen Morant highlights. You say he maxed out.
He's maxed out, bro. You know how like when you go to the Governor Square Mall. You mean you used to go to the Governor Square Mall? You're like, I got 100 beans. This is all I got. Now you gonna get them sixes, or you gonna get some, 2 pair of Air Force Ones. Right now,
What are you talking about?
I'm comparing being maxed out. So once you maxed out, you don't have anything left.
Hey, man,
So-
I'm about to go to sleep, man. Come on, holler, man.
Hey,
Arbitrary facts. Trash.
hey, don't worry about my arbitrary facts, man.
y'all boys crazy, man.
Worry about not being allowed on Cocker Street anymore.
Huh? Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
What's the address of that new development? Okay.
Hey, cuz, I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to you off the streets about that. Yeah, you can pull up there if you want to. I can.
Streets is watching.
Streets always watching.
Streets
bro.
is watching. Yeah, man. Well, you go ahead and go to sleep,
We're
bro.
gonna let you go, bro, man. We'll catch up with you next time, man. We'll
All right,
push.
man. Y'all boys be easy.
You
All
too,
right, bro.
cuz.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You saying John Morant maxed out, bro?
Yeah.
That's hating, dog.
You maxed out, man.
So what'd you say? John Morant rookie of the year? It's
Most definitely.
It's a runaway, bro. There's nobody gonna catch him right now, man. We 40. We get what? They say February is pretty much the halfway point of the season after the All-Star break, after the All-Star game. They're not catching that dude, man. And the Grizzlies might make the playoffs.
Come on, man.
They're right there.
What seed are they right now?
Then they 8.
Really?
Yeah, they're like right there.
Okay. I respect that.
I mean, some teams got to fall or whatever, man. But they're playing some good ball. They got a good team.
I believe the Pelicans have a better team. So I believe once Zion comes back, I'm not saying they're obviously going to make a playoff run by no stretch. But I can tell you this. If he was with them this entire year, they'll be a playoff team. Zion.
Okay.
I think he's just that good.
I agree with you. They definitely have a better record. Playoff team. That West tough, bro.
It is, but you
That
can't do
West
nothing
tough,
with
man.
that kid, man.
You're right. He is unguardable, man.
Isn't he the second? He's the second. He's
the heaviest.
He's the heaviest player in the NBA.
I think he's been slimming down since he's been rehabbing with his knee or whatever. But when he came in, he was at 280. He was at 285.
It's crazy.
Dog, if that man lose weight, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah. His leaping ability is already on 10.
I seen the guy. You seen that video of him doing the East Bay a couple of weeks ago?
Mm-mm.
He did the East Bay a couple of weeks ago, bro. And it was just, it's almost amazing, bro, to see a man that big be able to jump just that fluently, bro. Drop step, East Bay, just clean, no run up, none of that stuff, bro. Like, man.
Yeah, he's gonna win the dunk contest too. I hope they allow him. Is he allowed to participate in the dunk contest?
I think you got to have a certain amount of dunks in order to be a participant.
Okay.
You got to have a certain amount of dunks. I know John Morant said he wasn't. He said he wasn't going to be in there. Last I heard, the only person I know for sure is going to be Dwight Howard.
Really, I'm still disappointed that LeBron never did the dunk contest, but that's a different story, bro.
Don't be disappointed, man. Don't be disappointed. He got 2 dunks. He know better, bro. Sometimes in life you got to know better, man. LeBron got 2 dunks. He knows what I'm talking about too.
Yeah.
One hand tomahawk.
And then
exactly the 2-hand double pump behind reverse dunk. That's it for LeBron, man.
Yeah, when I watched his high school dunk contest, I'm like, he won because his name was LeBron James.
Bro, he did the worst dunks, bro. That man did a alley. He did what I can do. That man threw an alley, bro, off a high alley, bounced off the ground, and then dunked it with 2 hands. But it was going crazy. He had to stay in the air for so long. And then, come on, bro, man. Like, I love LeBron, dog, but LeBron dunk, like stylish dunks, ain't his thing, man.
I agree. That's not his. Yeah, to be honest with you, he's never been a stylish player. His game is great. He's a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not one of those fluid games like Kobe, Durant, MJ, obviously. I mean, players like that. But he's nice.
Yeah, he's nice with it, man.
But it's just,
man.
yeah, most definitely. I think his best years was with Miami, though. I mean, I used to love watching him play.
He had a good team, man.
Yeah,
He had a good team.
His game was nice, man. He was, woo, boy. Yeah,
He
so.
was nice with it. Hey, Kobe, and honestly, too, man, you go back to Kobe's dunk contest. It was trash, bro.
Didn't Kobe dunk with that flap jacket on?
No, he took his jacket off. He took his jacket off, man.
Oh man, yeah, okay. It was Brent Berry that won.
Brent Berry wore the jacket the whole time. I think Kobe Mayhew did a dunk with the jacket on, but
okay.
I remember taking it off for a terrible East Bay. The worst East Bay ever seen in a dunk contest in my life, dog. Just oh my God, man.
Yeah, you know, I mean, still to this day, the 2000 dunk contest, people consider that the greatest dunk contest because what Vince Carter did. Some people, not me. I like the battle between Aaron Gordon and
they took it.
Yeah, and what's my man Zach LaVine?
Yeah, because Vince, you're right. Technically, Vince Carter had up until that point. Vince Carter and them had it, and mainly because of Vince Carter.
It was mainly because, but that dunk contest between Zach and Aaron was amazing.
Yeah, bro, that's new age dunking. Right there,
oh man, them dudes are flyers.
Boy, that's Zach LaVine, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, but it was just so funny that every time. Was it Stackhouse or was it Stevie Franchise that every single time that somebody went after Vince, and then that person tried to get that dunk off so quick that you didn't even know he dunked it? Was it Stackhouse or was it?
It was Stackhouse. Steve was ready now.
Steve, okay, it was because every time, Vince brings down the crowd, Stackhouse like, give me the ball, and then he'll run, and then you like, the judge is like, what happened? And Stackhouse will sit right back on the bench. He's like, I dunked. Stackhouse wanted no part of that dunk contest.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Stackhouse, though.
Yeah, shout out to Stackhouse. They did. Stackhouse, said, Stackhouse was known for throwing them hands now.
Yeah. I heard this still about them hands, too.
Yeah. Stackhouse out there touching people now.
Shout out to Jerry Stackhouse, man.
Yeah.
He had a good run.
He did.
He had a good run.
Yeah. Stackhouse was one of my favorite players growing up watching North Carolina play.
I used to like the Felines back in the day.
I don't remember the Felines.
Stackhouse Felines were clean. I liked them personally.
Okay.
Remember Jit2?
Yeah.
You know Jit2 Lee.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Jit2 had those Stackhouses back in the day. I was like, yeah. I see what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, that was when the shoe game was very diverse. You didn't have to wear just strictly Jordans. And to be honest with you, most people couldn't afford those Jordans, so they would have to get, that, not an all-brand, but they would get a different style of basketball shoe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, well, okay. All right, Zion not going to win, Rookie of the Year, which is fine. Now, before we leave, because how long we been doing this?
We've been on about an hour and about 15, 16 minutes. We owe the streets this, though.
Okay.
We owe them extra time. They usually give them about an hour 15. We owe them a little bit of extra time.
Well, that was because Geano was lagging on the phone.
Yeah, we've been sleeping, too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we've been sleeping hard on the streets, man. But we back, though.
Yeah.
We back.
Okay.
We back. We give them another. What else you got? We give them another one.
Aaron Hernandez. Did you see that? I mean, they had this on Lifetime like a year. Not Lifetime. I forget what they have this special Oxygen channel. I think it's one of these channels that they had this Aaron Hernandez, but they had it on Netflix. They debuted this Aaron Hernandez special talking about his life and what transpired in his life. Very interesting.
I didn't watch it, bro.
You know what? I'll give you the synopsis of this. You tell me what you think.
Okay, before you go into it, I didn't watch it not because I didn't have time. I just had no interest in watching that.
Really?
My wife was like, "You want to watch it?" I was like, "Nah, I just don't. Nothing about that story intrigues me." Like it just, it's like one of those things was kind of like, all right, man, he did what he did. He's deceased now. But go ahead, though. Tell me what it was about, bro. I know. I heard it was wild. I did hear it was wild.
He was basically a humble kid. Well, I wouldn't even say humble. I would say a good kid in the beginning and then turned street.
You think he's really about that life?
He was about that life.
Well, I guess,
you get. Sometimes I tell people, Ben, it's worse probably to see a good person go bad than a bad person who's already quote unquote bad, because good person doesn't. They tend to get to a point where they don't have any limits anymore. Even a bad person. I'm not saying they have limits, but that good person is willing to take it farther in a lot of ways than that person who's bad. From what I've seen, because you hear a whole bunch of stories. This guy was this. He was a father. She was this. So on and so on. You're like, man, what happened?
Yeah.
I mean, they went all the way left. So, but basically, man, they, allegedly he was gay, and he didn't want that information to get out when he was younger. They said that this one guy was saying that him and Aaron had a relationship in high school. And then, his dad passed away too at a very young age on a routine, medical procedure at the hospital. And they say once his dad passed away, because his dad was like the authority figure in his life that always kept him in check, him and his brothers, that kept him in check, to make sure that he's doing right. And then once his dad basically left, because he was going to play football at the University of Yukon with his older brother, but when his dad passed away, the structure left, and then he went to go hang out, with a whole bunch of bad people, and and then obviously he left because he grew up in Bristol, Connecticut, which is the home of ESPN.
Did he move back to Connecticut?
Technically, he moved. He had a house in Connecticut where technically, because since he played with the New England Patriots, he was so close to Connecticut that he had a home in Bristol, wherever he grew up at. It's Bristol, Bristol. I'm sorry. So, but that whole story is a whole bunch of because do I believe he actually killed? The whole story is bound basically on two premises. One, did he kill this guy by the name of Odin Lloyd? Odin Lloyd was his girlfriend's sister's boyfriend or fiance. I forget either one, but come to find out, they said that maybe Odin found out some information about Aaron that he didn't want to be linked, and maybe he thought Odin was going to spill some information about him, and they end up killing him. Do I believe that Aaron had a play in his death? Most definitely.
But you don't think Aaron was a trigger man?
You know what? That's interesting. I do believe he was the trigger man. I do.
Aye.
Yeah. But that is he was convicted of it.
Yeah, you're right.
In the court of law, but the court of public opinion is probably what matters the most. And some people believe that he didn't do it. Some people believe that he did do it. I believe he did it.
No, he was he maintained his innocence the whole time he was there and all the way up to the end of the trial. I don't know, man. I from what I've read and from what I've seen, he definitely had some demons. He had some stuff going on, man, that he probably was having trouble dealing with, man. And
that's where his sexuality came in place.
Yeah,
that's what they say, based off him possibly being gay. And I don't believe he was gay. But if he was gay, so be it. You live your life, do whatever you want to. But how playing in football, there's a lot of people said a lot of people who in the football industry. They said there are a lot of gay football players that haven't came out, but we know about. But we won't expose. We can't expose somebody based off on their sexuality. We won't do that to them. But it's a lot of them. But it's a sad story nonetheless. It basically. He also got tried for a situation of a double homicide that happened in Boston, and he got the guy who was his lawyer at that time was the lawyer for Casey Anthony as well, who got Casey Anthony off. And we all know who Casey Anthony is. She lived in Florida. Yeah. I don't think she currently stays in Florida. With the situation for her daughter dying, and they thought she had her hand in it. But the lawyer, Joey Baez, got Aaron Hernandez off of that double murder.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
How old was Aaron Hernandez when he committed suicide? 32, 33, somewhere in there?
No, he was about 27, 28, I think.
God,
yeah, something right. Maybe between 26 and 28. I don't know his exact, but between that range.
So was he still on it? Was he still on the Patriots when this whole thing started? Or
he was on the Patriots when the first trial kicked off.
The double homicide?
No, the first trial by Odin Lloyd. He was technically still with them, but then obviously they released him.
Once that came out?
Yeah, once it came out.
Was he any good, bro? I keep hearing people say,
he was bad, bro.
He was?
Yeah, bro. He was nice.
I don't really watch football. Before this whole thing came up, I had never even heard of Aaron Hernandez, man, but
he was better than Grunt.
Come on, bro.
He was a nightmare, bro. Grunt is a nightmare.
I've never seen Aaron Hernandez play, but I have seen Grunt play.
Right, I had a lot of Aaron Hernandez moments wrapped up in my head because he played for the Gators, and he destroyed my Seminoles.
Nicer than Grunt,
bro. Overall, yeah, he was that dude. I tell you this: the Patriots don't give out contracts to football. They don't even give out contracts to Tom Brady like that.
That's true.
They gave Aaron Hernandez 5 years, $40 million off the muscle after a couple of years. Dang. They do not do that.
Yeah, that's not the Patriot style.
That's not the Patriot style. He was that nice, and they knew he was that nice.
Dang.
He was a matchup nightmare, bro. You couldn't do nothing with him. Whew. So he was a wide receiver, and Gronk was nice. Don't get it twisted. But if I had to pick, man, I might choose Aaron.
Looking at those, Gronk really nice, or is he just huge?
He was huge, but you know he had a lot.
He's hard to tackle, bro. He's not really fast. He's not really shifty. Come on, bro. He can catch. You know, come on, bro. Like, really think about that, bro. Like, we gotta. God, come on, man. I love Gronk, by the way. I like Gronk. I think Gronk funny as hell, man. But is he really nice, bro?
I believe he's nice. I mean, you could be, bro. How many big players we know in the NBA, right? If you don't apply yourself, you just like Michael Oliver Candy. Shout out to Michael Oliver Candy.
Nah, he made on the Candy Man hard, bro.
I'm not, bro. Hey,
the Candy Man got buckets, bro.
Candy Man. How many times I have to say it in the mirror for him to come out?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that, bro.
Nah, we don't need the Candy Man.
Yeah, I don't need the real Candy Man to come out.
No, sir.
Nah.
Shout out to Oliver Candy, though, man. You a hater, bro.
Bro, I'm not hating on that man. I'm giving my opinion about the man. He wasn't the number one pick.
It don't matter.
He was number one pick, but he was number one pick worthy. And that tells you how bad the NBA was hurting at that time.
Kwame Brown, Oliver Candy, or
Anthony Bennett.
We picking teams right now, dog. $1 million tournament.
Yeah, no question, bro. The Candy Man. Kwame Brown, he should have went to college. That's a prime example of somebody need to go develop their skills. But I can't tell a man what he shouldn't do based off on being, considered the number one draft pick. You go and grab that money. But the long term, he could have had a better career if he would have. I think he was going to go to the University of Florida when Billy Donovan was down there. Mm-hmm. So that development for 1 year could have helped him.
Yeah, he was so physically gifted though.
He was.
See, I think that's a hindrance also, man, when it comes to these players coming straight to the league, bro. Like, some cats just nice. Your T-Max, your Vince Carters. Yeah. Some cats just nice. You know, that you can. It is what it is. But some dudes, man, are just so big compared to the rest of the guys they play with. You nice by default. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they gonna do with that man, dog? Kwame Brown been big all his life. What they gonna do with that man, bro?
Yeah, you can't do nothing with him. I mean, Shaq said he famously had a conversation. He famously quoted in saying that Christian Laettner was giving him them buckets in college.
Oh yeah, he said Christian Laettner was tough.
Yeah,
he was trash though when it came down to the come down.
Yeah, I mean that's just what it is. I mean, the NBA is when true skill shines.
True.
That's what and Shaq. You can't do nothing with Shaq in the NBA. Christian Laettner couldn't do nothing, but Christian Laettner did make the All-Star. He made the All-Star game one time.
You did?
Yeah.
That must have been a weak year, bro.
He made it.
Nothing about the way Christian Laettner played basketball that was anything I liked.
Really?
I did not like watching Christian Laettner play, man.
I thought he was decent.
No, I'm not saying he was trash. I just like the way he played. I don't like the way his game looked. It wasn't.
I got you.
It wasn't a pleasing thing to watch, man. It wasn't good, dog.
Even though a player that I respected a lot, I thought Ginobili was wild, bro. He one of them dudes like you just might like he out there on the court and you like, man, I'm gonna end up jawing this dude. Cause he played wild a lot to me in his early part of his career.
Ginobili nice, bro.
He is, but he played wild to me, man.
I used to love Ginobili game, man.
He just
left hand, bro. Euro step.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He just played too wild for me sometimes.
Ginobili was nice, bro.
Yeah, he did a lot of flopping too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I ain't like that, man.
He a living legend, though.
He is. He should make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He's going to make the Hall of Fame. That's not even a question.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, before we leave, I got one last topic.
What you got, bro?
All right. So,
shout out to Derek Jeter, too. They said Derek Jeter about to get 100% like Mariano Rivera, Hall of Fame.
Nah, he didn't get 100%. One voter.
Oh, they did? They changed? Oh,
one
man.
voter thought he wasn't a Hall of Famer.
Always a hater, bro.
I wanted to figure out, like, who was the one guy? Like,
I've been saying this for all my life, though. It's always a hater, bro. No matter what you doing in your life, you can be the cleanest, you can have the most, you can be doing the best for your community, etc. It's always a hater, dog. Always a hater, man.
That's crazy. I'm like, Derek Jeter is unanimous Hall of Famer. That don't even make any. That doesn't even make any sense.
No, the Baseball Hall of Fame. So, I don't.
It's a writer's thing.
It's the whole setup is ridiculous, man.
It is. I mean, is Barry Bonds a Hall of Famer? Yes.
Yes, man. But Barry Bonds is better than 99% of the players in the Hall of Fame.
Before Barry Bonds, allegedly took steroids.
He took steroids. Yeah, come on, let's be real, bro.
You know, I don't want to get sued. So
I like Barry, but let's keep it real.
Yeah, I mean, Barry grew into a whole different man. He grew up into the incredible. His head got big.
He didn't need it though.
That's the point.
He didn't need it, bro.
He was already a 30 home run, 20 steal, 30 steals type guy. I mean, he won Gold Gloves. This dude was amazing. He didn't need. I always believed it was going back and forth between who was the better player between Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey. I personally like Ken Griffey a lot better.
I think people just like Ken Griffey.
I think Ken Griffey's a better baseball player.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he hit 50 home runs off the muscle. No steroids needed. I wish Ken Griffey took some steroids.
Ken Griffey and Barry Bonds are nice. Definitely a lot better than Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
Yeah.
But I think Barry Bonds is fun to that thing of I'm a better player. For sure, everybody knows that, but Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa getting all the accolades, and they on steroids. He's like, I'm gonna take some steroids too. He didn't need it though, bro. Like, far as hitting, dog, you right. Ken Griffey, Barry Bonds, best hitters I ever seen, dog. I'm not saying they're the best ever, because I'm not really a big baseball fan. I don't watch baseball and study it, but from what I've seen, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey.
I can agree with that. Ken Griffey had the sweetest swing I ever seen in my life.
I
mean, it was so flawless, bro. I'm like, when he used to hit a home run, I'm like, oh man, made me want to play baseball. It was just super sweet, man.
It was the logo. Remember the logo?
Yeah, ooh,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
The logo was clean, man.
Yeah, shout out to your Ken Griffey's that you messed up. Yeah, I'm gonna make you feel that one.
Sore subject, bro.
Yeah, man, you tripping.
Yeah, I'm tripping, man.
Yeah, but before we leave, man, I did want to touch on this topic. So, we're getting to the point where we need to really buckle down and get ourselves to a good point that we can retire. Now, the reason why I brought this up,
okay, what you got?
Because I want to put this in the atmosphere, folks. I don't care what you do, when you do it. Well, actually, when you do it is probably more important.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Definitely subscribe to the podcast. Yeah. Because this is going to help you with your retirement.
Okay.
Yeah. Save your money so it can save you.
Okay.
I don't care if it's $20. I don't care if it's $50. And these are words that I'm preaching. I'm practicing what I'm preaching at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I done saved and blown bread at the same time, bro. When those words are, I forget who actually said that in the verse, but who that is no true words ever said in my life.
I done saved and blown bread at the same time?
Saved and blown bread, meaning that you done put money away in the savings account and took that same money that you saved and blown it in the same day.
Ah, that's true.
I mean, saved it and blown it.
I done blew through some bread.
Some bread.
Some nonsense.
Just some nonsense. And I'm looking at nonsense every day when I look in my closet. I'm like, oh my goodness, what in the world? I don't need this many.
Yeah.
I don't need these many kicks. So I'm in the point right now just selling these kicks.
Yeah, bro. But those are if you take like shoes now with StockX and different market, those are considered.
It's an investment.
Yeah, it's considered an investment.
Right. So in that sense, I don't look at it as a bad thing, but I actually wear all my sneakers.
Yeah.
But I believe.
But you can't really wear them all though.
You can't wear them all. Yeah. Like it's to a point where I put on my sneakers to go to the store. I always did that. Mm-hmm. I was never one of those folks that just like keep a sneaker for 7 years and like I'm gonna keep it. What's the point? It's a damn sneaker.
Yeah, it's a shoe. You gotta wear it.
Put the shoe on, man.
You gotta wear it, bro.
Yeah, what's the point? Unless you saving it for a rainy day to sell as an investment, which makes sense.
In that case, you should have multiple pairs. You just have one that you wear. If you really bought this shoe for an investment, you should have multiple pairs. One that you rock, and then the rest of them, dead stock.
Yeah. But man, what do you think about retirement? Do your job talks about retirement with you guys? Do they encourage people to put away money, or is this something that you have done, individually to set yourself up?
It's a combination of both. I've been doing some things individually. I can do more, of course. You know what I mean? But my job does a very excellent job of talking about it, man, and different things for like contribution sharing and all that type of stuff, whatever. So they're really good about letting you know, hey, man, you need to start thinking about your retirement. They have all kinds of brochures. We got different numbers we can call, man, for like financial advisors, man, if you want to all that stuff is provided just for free. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the job. So the resources are different, and they do a good job of talking about preparing for your future.
Okay. What would be worse, bro? Being a young broke dude, or being a young broke dude, or being an old dude with wisdom, and being this dude right now that you know what you need to do. No, hold on. I'm sorry. Let me bring this back.
Okay, I'm with you.
Young broke dude or old broke dude?
What's worse?
What's worse?
Being an old broke dude. One, because you don't have time. Two, because if you're an old broke dude, I mean, you've probably been a young broke dude. You've probably been broke most of your life, which is not a good look. And then three, as an older broke dude, it ain't too much you can do to be, you know what I'm saying? You can't really get your swerve on once you get old, bro, and you like, I'm broke. I'm still broke. Like, now we in our 30s, bro. Worst come to worst, man. We still physically able to go out cut some grass. You know what I'm saying? If I want to open up a car wash, et cetera, you know, if it come down to the come down, I can do whatever, make money. Hell, I can go back to school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Still young, I can go back to school. But you get to your 60s, man, that time, you can still go back to school in your 60s. Let me not be that guy to discourage anybody. You can still go back to school in your 60s, but the time is limited, man. You don't have that kind of time, bro. And then on top of that, once you do get your school in, man, am I looking for no 60-year-old employees, man?
Oh, heck no.
Nah, man, they like, we need the young fresh in here.
Yeah.
So
I knew you was gonna say the old broke dude. But the reason why I threw that out there is because the mentality of a young broke dude can be precipitated for years upon, like you just mentioned, said that, you know, that old broke dude was a young broke dude who was just broke all his life. So what I would advise people to do: one, save your pennies. Two, you don't have to you don't have to be smart and believe it's basic math. The more years you have to amortize your bread, the better it's going to be. So you have 30 years to, even the basic principles of putting away, I don't know, it's trying to say, if you able to save without hurting yourself $1,000 for each month for 30 years, you know, and you look at that, and that's $12,000 a year times 30. It's a nice little chunk of change. It's not going to be something but in the course of you living life, I'm pretty sure your house is paid for, your kids is grown.
Yeah.
And you're able to live off that for a good little time, you know, based off on what your current needs are. But I think now, man, I'm starting to think about retirement more because I want to put myself in a good position, you know, which I'm already, you know, doing, you know, already putting money away to retire based off on what my job is providing. However, you know, I think I need to do more individually to get myself where I need to go.
Diversify, man. Get you some residual income, man. That's my plan for some things I got working on right now. I'm trying to get me some properties, man. Get some things like that going on. Get that residual income coming in. Money that's who said it, man? I forgot. It may have been Warren Buffett, man. I was reading the quote a couple of days ago, man, about something about being rich, man. You're never gonna get rich when you're working for the money. You have to get to the point where your money's working for you. Your money don't sleep. You know what I mean? So if your money's working for you, you're making that money 24/7, all the time. Money, versus you trying to go out and work. You're not going to get rich, man, going to working 30, 40 hours a week. You know what I mean? It's having that money work for you is going to get you where you need to be at. Whether you invest in yourself, investing in the stock market, you got you some properties, whatever it may be, you got to get that money working for you because that never stops, man. Never stops.
That's true. That is very true. Yeah, I heard that quote a few times. And it's just the basic principle of life. Dude always said, man, you don't need a lot of money to start off on, quote unquote, invested in the stock market or buying simple properties. It's just having the information to know, you know, to find out these things. Like you can go buy a few trailers, you know, relatively cheap, you know, and you know, have people renting them out, you know, do things like that, you know, and. But then again, you know, most people rely on their job to take care of them.
You can't do that, man.
Well, that's just the old way of thinking because most of these places used to have these pension programs. They don't have pension programs them days are gone, bro.
Yeah, bro. Out of the window, man.
Yeah, they're not doing pension programs because somebody spoke about that. I can't and they was talking about why they do why they do 401ks compared to pensions. But obviously I knew it was mainly because the company was up front. They was paying for your retirement more than you was paying for your retirement. They was literally contributing more based off on the pension program compared to a 401k where you put in 3%, I put in 3%.
Exactly, and they begging on people not putting in money in 401k.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, that's just how it works. So they're like, well, you're not gonna invest in your future. Why should I?
Exactly.
So
It's true.
So I hope everybody who's listening, man, once we drop this podcast, man, make sure you go out there and put your bread aside. I don't care. And it's never too late, man. It really isn't. It's just that mindset has to be changed at one point. Like when your light comes on, it comes on. Mm-hmm. So I talked to a financial advisor. I said I need this amount of money right now, and she laid it out. And I looked at it. I like, oh, that's actually feasible.
She nice with it?
She decent.
Oh, I don't want to talk to one. I want to talk to one at some point.
Yeah, and she told me when you ready, you let me know. She said, but the commitment is everything on you. And she said this is a 20-year program. Mm-hmm. But if you want this, because I gave her a number. It was a number. I said, I want to throw this at you. Mm-hmm. This is what you got to do.
20 years to put you at what, 58?
58.
It's not bad if you got a plan on what you want to do. Mm-hmm. That's not a bad way to get. I mean, not a bad. A 20-year plan isn't bad at 38.
Nah.
55, 20-year plan bad.
Yeah.
Thinking about it now is a good thing. So
she told me, somebody came to her and said, I'm ready to retire. Mm-hmm. She said, okay, let's do it. You know how much money they had?
$1,000. How much?
Nah, you that way $30,000.
Nah.
And she said, oh my goodness.
30,000 ain't gonna do it, man.
And this person was 50 plus.
30,000 ain't gonna do it, man.
She said, you can't. What you gonna do with this?
30,000 ain't gonna do it, man. You can be working part time somewhere, and then you're not considered retired.
You're not retired.
Yeah.
And Social Security ain't gonna be there. They already wiping that clean. Nah. So don't rely on the federal government to give you Social Security, bro.
No sir.
That's not. Yeah, it's done deal. No, but I put you in contact. Matter of fact, I actually, my plan was to get in contact with her sometime, in sometime in the near future, because when she gave me that number, I tell you the number what I told her, and I'm like, off the podcast. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, it's a commitment though.
But you can make it happen.
But it's feasible. The thing is, you gonna have. This is what you have to do from year in and year out. Now, it is wiggle room. She said some years, you might, it might be some years that you might contribute less. You might add a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I'm not, trying to break you, based off on what you just tell me what your expenses are, and we can work it out.
Yeah.
And that's what it boils down to. It's a basic plan.
It's possible, man. And I tell people, one tip I got people, man, when it comes to that type of stuff, auto drafts, man, are your friend.
Yeah, it is.
Auto drafts are your friend, man. Because the thing about it is when it's like when you get that, it's like most people, I'm going to say every person, most people, man, when you get money in your hand, it's hard to be like, all right, I got paid $300 this week. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put even $20, $30 to the side. You're going to find something to blow that $30 on. But if you set up to where it's an auto draft, you never see it, you never miss it. It goes straight to where it needs to go with, done deal, man. It's a lifesaver.
Yeah,
life because you gotta know yourself. You know yourself better than anyone else. You know what I'm saying? Your financial advisor say, all right, Cam, when you get paid, make sure you go to your account and you move $150 over, et cetera, et cetera. You know yourself better than anybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real here, bro. If you get that money automatically moved when it's gone, then you're good. But if you're like, I gotta go in here and manually make the transaction, a lot of times we won't do it.
Yeah,
people don't like seeing that money leave their account, but if you never see it, you never knew it was there, man. It's like, all right, cool, done deal.
Yeah, that's how I have my deferred comp set up.
Mm-hmm. You never see it, bro.
I never see it. I said, just take it. It's just like when they draw blood from me. I said, I don't want to see it. Just go ahead, take the needle, stick it in there, and draw the blood. I don't want to see it. I want to get this over with.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
And then over the course of your life, you get pay raises, et cetera, et cetera. Different things that go on with your job, man. It's like, okay, that money that I've been kicking out, and I'm made up for it now because I'm getting a pay increase.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? So this is $150 kicking out every week. All right, and when I first started out, it may hurt me a little bit. But now it's like, okay, you got 3-4 raises and you still kicking that same $150 in, and that money just balancing itself out, man.
I've seen some astronomical numbers as far as deferred comp and what people's actually getting paid out. I can't speak it because, that's confidential information. But, man, I seen some astronomical numbers. I'm like, my goodness. But when you think about it, it's basic principles. It's 20 to 30 years that somebody has a specific amount of money taken out their paycheck and they're not even worried about it.
Exactly, man.
And you like, oh my good, and that's pre-tax. So, you know, and you get at a certain age and oh my goodness, that is supposed to be the supplement from your basic retirement to help with your retirement.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're banking on your house being paid off, you got no car notes, your kids being grown. So all of these are factors. Yeah, you know, and then obviously if your health is very good, that's a bonus too.
And then also too, when you get older, man, you gotta subsidize. You can't be
no.
There's no point. Like, I mean, if you want to live that lifestyle, go for it. But the common man, like you said, house paid for, cars paid for, et cetera, however you want to call it, man. If that stuff is all paid for, then there's no point in like I'm retiring. I'm about to go and do more ridiculous stuff. I'm about to go and try to buy 4, 5, 6 motorcycles, a boat. Like, come on, man. You know, no, bro.
Nah.
Time you find out you'll need all that stuff.
Yeah, you definitely would find that out, and basically the basic necessities would be the key for you. So that's pretty much it, bro. So how much? What we did in time? Like 140?
Yeah, we did about an hour and 45 minutes, man. But like I said, the streets needed it, man. We've been off for so long, man. People been looking for us, man. So we back.
Okay.
We back. We don't like to go this long normally, but we gave them an extra 30 minutes on the house.
Okay. All right. Well, shout out to our special guest, or you know, for Geano to come out and give his kind words of advice to the people. But you know, he's still garbage though.
Oh yeah, overall, like he's still trash.
No doubt. I mean, I don't think he went to the Maldives anyway. I think he.
Definitely go to the Maldives.
You think I believe he went to the Maldives?
He made it sound good though.
Yeah,
he made it sound good though.
He made it sound real good. That man went to South City, bro.
That nigga went to Tampa. He's going to the Maldives. Man, get your ass out of here, man. Always a hater.
There's always a hater. Actually, 2 right now.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh man, so we're gonna put them announcements out there.
Yeah, man.
Do what you do, bro.
Yeah, man. Just for the record, man. 2020, man. We're looking for some folks around town to interview, man. If you have things you're interested in, man, you got something you're trying to promote, something you want to talk about, man, a cause you interested in, whatever it may be, man, hit us up, man. Nothing but moon60@gmail.com. Hit us up on our Gmail, man. We got our phone lines and everything set up now, man, so we can call, talk to you, man. Rap about what you want to talk about. Talk about what you think is important. If you got an item you want to promote, sell, whatever, man. Help us help you. We can help each other. You know what I mean? If you come in with your ideas, your products, it's gonna bring listeners, and it's also gonna bring some credibility to our podcast, man. So nothing but moon60@gmail.com. Hit us up, man, if you want to talk about certain things, man. Even if you want to get on here and just flim-flam with us. You know what I'm saying? We love flim-flam and cooning it up, man. We down for that too, man. So holler at us at nothing but moon60@gmail.com. Always check us out on Facebook at Nothing But a Moon Podcast. Our website, nothingbutamoonpodcast.com. Check us out on Podbean, Spotify, iTunes. Pretty much, man, we're on, I found out we're on, Podbay also.
Really?
It's an aggregate podcasting site. So we on there. They got us. I don't know where they got us from, but we on there, man.
So you think that, people just... Okay.
I guess I don't know how it works, man, but Podbay FM, we're on there too, man. So check us out, man. We can, pretty much anywhere you want to get a podcast that's reputable, we on there, man. Nothing but a Moon Podcast, man. Holler at us, man. New episodes drop every Tuesday unless we take a little break like we did. You know, we had to get some things straight. But long story short, we're back in there, man. And once again, nothing but a moon60@gmail.com, man. Hit us up if you got some things you want to talk about. And as always, listen and subscribe, man. If you like it, pass it along to your friends. If you don't like it, pass it along to your friends, man.
And merch is coming. I'm taking a trip.
That merch ain't coming, folks. Let's be real with each other, man.
As my esteemed colleague would say, there's always a hater in the room. There's always a hater in the room, bro.
Yeah, it is, man. I used to say, there's always a hater in the room. If you can't find a hater, it's probably you, man.
Yeah. I like that one. If we got nothing else left to say, man, we out of here.
All right, folks. We'll catch y'all next Tuesday.